Picture a golfer. You already did it. Old guy, rich guy, plaid pants, a gated club you'll never see inside, a sport that's been dying since before you had a phone, and you're not wrong. It was all true. Golf spent 15 years writing its own obituary. 7 million players gone, 1,200 courses closed. Then something snapped. Last year, 48 million Americans touched a golf club, up 40% in 6 years, the most ever recorded, on 2,000 fewer courses than the country had at its peak. 19 million of them have never set foot on a real course in their lives. It's why half your feed is golf now, why your coworker suddenly has strong opinions about Saudi money and a sport he doesn't even play, why Topgolf is booked on a Tuesday and you can't even get a tee time. Every assumption you had about this sport just stopped being true. In 2024 alone, golf added 1.5 million new players, its biggest one-year jump since Tiger's peak in 2000. The sport that skipped its own funeral came back younger, more diverse, and more female than it has ever been. The comeback comes down to 6 things. Almost none of them are the game you're picturing. It starts in 2020, when the world shut down and golf was the one thing you were still allowed to do. Outside, spread apart, nobody sharing gear. Rounds jumped 14% in a single year, 50 million extra rounds. Normally, that's where the story ends. Golf did the opposite. Lockdowns lifted, and the boom got stronger. 6 straight years now above 500 million rounds. Working from home turned Wednesday at 2 p.m. into a tee time. Today's new golfer plays a dozen rounds a year. The Tiger craze first-timers drifted away because golf quietly built a second door. Not the country club with the dress code and the 5-hour round and the guy who sighs when you swing. Topgolf, indoor simulators, driving ranges lit like nightclubs, places where golf isn't a sport, it's a night out, food, drinks, music, air conditioning, and zero pressure to be any good. Of those 48 million golfers, 19 million played only off-course last year, people who call themselves golfers and have never once set foot on an actual course. Count everyone who plays off-course and they outnumber the golfers on real grass, 3 years running. And look who's coming through it. Topgolf alone pulls 20 million people a year, over half under 35, and about half say they aren't even golfers. They come for the party. They leave having accidentally played golf. And it's not a dead end, it's a funnel. Someone who starts off course is 5 to 6 times more likely to book a real tee time because the scary part, looking stupid in front of strangers, already got deleted at the Topgolf. The front door to golf stopped being a clubhouse. It became a bar with golf balls. It's not just how many people play now, it's who. Walk onto a range today, and the person in the next bay is as likely to be a 20-something woman as a retired man. Golf finally looks like the country. More than 1 in 4 golfers is a person of color. 8% in 1990, 26 today. More than 1 in 4 is a woman. Both records. The single biggest age group on real courses isn't retirees, it's 18 to 34. And the wildest number is the kids. Junior golfers are up 58% since 2019, and a third of them are girls, versus 15% back when Tiger was winning everything. Remember the bar with golf balls? The crowd coming through it is 43% women and 45% people of color, and they keep walking right onto real courses. This isn't a bubble. It's a sport being rebuilt by the exact people it used to keep out. Then pro golf turned into a soap opera that pulled in people who don't even like golf. Saudi Arabia's wealth fund poured over $5 billion into a rival league called LIV. One player, John Rahm, reportedly got more than $300 million just to switch sides. Overnight, golf wasn't a sports story. It was a money and politics story that ended up in a White House meeting. The PGA Tour fired back with $3 billion from American investors. Golf was suddenly the richest, weirdest story in sports. Netflix ran the Formula One playbook, a docuseries, Full Swing, that turned golfers into characters. 11% of its viewers hadn't watched a minute of golf in 6 months. 63% went and found a real tournament afterward. Then Tiger and Rory launched a primetime league played in simulators in an arena. 900,000 people watched the debut, and nearly half were under 50. A normal Sunday broadcast? 1 in 6. Golf stopped being the thing on in the background at your grandpa's. It became Monday night plans. But the real engine of cool wasn't TV at all. It was YouTube. Golf became one of the internet's biggest genres. The golf hashtag on TikTok alone has over 100 billion views. A free YouTube video of Bryson DeChambeau playing a round with Donald Trump pulled 73% more viewers than the final round of a men's major on network television. A group of friends called Good Good started a golf channel in 2020. Today, millions of subscribers, $40 million in revenue, and their own PGA Tour event. And last year, a creator named Grant Horvat turned down an invitation to play on the actual PGA Tour because they wouldn't let him film it. The YouTube channel was worth more than the tour card. You don't become a golfer and then find the content anymore. You watch the content and it turns you into a golfer. And here's the one nobody believes. Golf isn't even expensive. The average round of public golf in America is about $41, cheaper than a concert, a ski lift ticket, or an hour of bowling. It's under $50 in 32 states. The stuffy image comes from the $80 courses that blow up on Instagram. Those grew 40% since 2019. The typical round stayed cheap. The old barriers of winter and time fell too. A $600 Garmin gadget now does what a $25,000 launch monitor used to. Simulator venues went from 200 to over 1,600, so you can play Pebble Beach at 9 p.m. in January, indoors with a beer in your hand. Add stars people actually like. Rory finally completed the career Grand Slam in front of the biggest Masters audience in 7 years. Nelly Korda won 5 tournaments in a row, something only 2 other women in history had ever done. Even the clothes flipped. Golf gear suddenly looks like streetwear. But all of that only explains why people try golf. What makes them stay is the game itself. And golf is stupidly, almost insultingly hard. In a world tuned to hand you a little win every time you unlock your phone, golf does the opposite. It humbles you. In the age of easy dopamine, a genuinely brutal challenge was exactly what people were starving for. And in a culture built on more likes, more followers, more everything, golf is one of the only sports where the goal is to do less. In golf, the winner is whoever touched the ball the fewest times, and then there's the drug itself. You can play terribly for 4 straight hours, shank it, top it, lose 6 balls in a pond, and then, just once, you catch one perfectly. No effort, dead center, a sound like nothing else, and the ball just goes. That one shot erases the other 4 hours and books you for next weekend. Golfers have a name for it, the shot that brings you back. It's basically a slot machine you play with your whole body, and there's a quieter reason it sticks. Ask people your age why they play, and half say the same thing: their mental health. 4 hours outside, phone in the bag, with your friends, chasing tiny bits of progress. In the most anxious, most screen-soaked generation ever, golf became a kind of therapy you're allowed to brag about. And the social currency moved out of the boardroom. It's where the friendship gets built now, and the first date actually goes well. People aren't just trying golf, they're rebuilding their weekends around it. So no, it's not one thing. A pandemic that lit the fuse, a second door that let everyone in, a game that finally looks like the people playing it, an internet that made it cool, the last barriers falling, and underneath it all, a game so hard and so satisfying it doesn't let go. The dying sport is growing faster than it has since Tiger Mania, and it's not slowing down. More than 21 million Americans who don't play yet say they want in, up 37% in just a few years. Golf is on track to pass 50 million players this year, for the first time ever. So the packed range, the booked tee times, the golf all over your feed, that's not the peak, that's the warm-up. You're not watching a comeback, you're watching golf become something it has never been, everybody's game.